Before we get into the video, y'all know I have to give a major shout out to the channel sponsor, Instant Gaming, which if you didn't already know is an amazing website to purchase games for discounted prices, okay? They have tons of game titles on their website, including Sims 4 expansion packs that you can purchase for up to 65% off. Not only that, but you can also purchase gift cards and games for different platforms like PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, plus they're always adding new releases to their website. So instead of paying full price for your games, make sure you use my affiliate link down below in the description to browse and shop their website. It helps me and the channel out greatly. And as always, don't forget to enter the monthly giveaway they're so kindly hosting on the channel for a chance to win any game of your choice off their website. The link for that is also in the description down below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. What's the deal, pickles? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Q Sims, and today I am bringing you a cast video of me making some super cute, cozy little winter outfits, okay? A winter lookbook, if you will. I had a lot of fun making these outfits on stream, so if you ever want to catch me doing that in real time, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, but we'll touch more on streaming later in this video, okay? Y'all probably already read the video title, so you know this is going to be a kind of a yappy video, which, you know, all of my videos are, but this one's going to be especially yappy. And before we even get further into the video, don't mind like the beachy cast background I have in this video. I know it's not really giving like cozy winter vibes, but I forgot to switch it out before I started making the sim and her outfits, and by the time I realized it was too late. So we're not gonna pay that any mind. But anyways, let's talk about some of my goals for 2025, okay? I always enjoy like end of the year wrap-up videos like this, not even just from simmers but regular YouTubers too, and so that's why I want to make my own. So we're not going to be talking too much about the sim herself. Sorry if y'all were like expecting that. There's not much to say about her, truth be told, but you know, she's cute. But basically I wrote down a few of my like little goals for 2025 on a sticky note for myself, and I'm just gonna kind of share them with you guys while we find and make her outfits. Most of these goals are most of these goals are content oriented, just because that tends to be like where a lot of my time gets, you know, pushed towards. A few of them are like milestones I want to reach, but I don't have too many goals like that, just because at the end of the day it's kind of out of my control. You know, like I can say I want to hit like 30k on here and then literally grind my heart out and post videos daily all 2025, but it's still not guaranteed, and that's not solely in my hands, you know? So I try to keep most of my goals to be things that aren't measured by like performance or other people, if that makes sense. But I do still have a few goals like that, okay? And so the first one is I want to hit 12k on YouTube, okay? I know that's like a really weird milestone. You usually aim for like increments of 10s, but I'm fairly confident we can hit 10k next year, okay? I think the real reason why, or not the real reason, but the only reason why we didn't hit this year is because I slowed down on uploads around the halfway point of the year, which I tend to do a lot. I always start the year off super strong, and then for a couple months I maintain it, and then around like late summer / early fall I start to get sluggish. But yeah, you know, 10k is light work, okay? 12k though I think would be a good challenge. And I know it's not completely in my hands, like I said, but there are steps that I can, you know, take to try and better my odds of reaching it. So I'm gonna try to take those steps. I also want 10k on TikTok, and I'm serious about this one, okay? It's not even about the number. I want to reach 10k on TikTok out of spite. I've talked about this I talked about this briefly, I think in one of my streams, but TikTok is playing this little game with me right now where I basically keep teetering between like 8k and 9k, and I haven't been able to break 9k for like months. Like every time I think the highest I've gotten is like 9,002 followers on there, and then I'll be like, oh wow, like I'm finally in the 9ks, and then I'll immediately drop back to like 8,099 or 8,999, wrong number. But yeah, it just keeps teetering. I'll be like, oh yay, we're 9K, and then we go back to 8K, and then we hit 9K, and then we go back to 8K. It's been like this, and I can't take it anymore. Like, I need to break past not only 9K, now I need to hit 10K, because why are we playing this game? Why are you teasing me? You know, it's doing it on purpose. And so the only thing that will stop me from reaching that goal, and I'm so serious, is if TikTok actually gets banned, which, you know, is probable, which is very likely. But I mean, if that happens, I guess the app just wins, because look, it'll be out of my hand. But those are my milestone goals as far as content creation goes. Of course, any milestone is always celebrated, but you know, as far as goals go, those would be nice. All right. And then, staying on the subject of content creation, I also want to bring back dual streams, which I actually did a test stream yesterday at the time that I'm recording this voiceover. Because if y'all remember, earlier in the year, I was going live a lot on YouTube and Twitch, and it was super fun, and I really loved being able to connect with everyone at the same time. But the only downside was that I couldn't play my music because of YouTube's copyright, which at first I didn't think would bother me so much, but it did, which is truthfully why I stopped going live on YouTube. Music was just not something that I like sacrificing on streams. A lot of the time when I am live, I'm either building or in cast, which are things that are usually they take a while, you know. So I'm just sitting there, and I don't want to just sit there for hours listening to only copyright-free music. Not that it's bad music, not that it like sounds bad, but I want to listen to my faves too, you know. Like, let me sing some Billy, let me sing some Tyler, you know. And so I think I found a method that will work as far as that goes. The only downside is that YouTube streams are going to kind of be silent. Like, it'll just be, you know, my mic and me talking. I'll try to find like a little background, something. I'll try to see if I can set something up so that there's like I don't know, copyright free music playing for y'all, and then like, you know, regular music for everybody else. But if not, hey, if that doesn't work, then I don't know. But on other platforms like Twitch and Twitter and TikTok and all that stuff, there will be regular music. But at minimum, I do want to do at least like one dual stream like that a month. And I do mean at minimum. I should be able to be live more than that, but baby steps. I also want to get more consistent with posting on Tumblr, which I already like reblog all my CC pretty consistently over there. I wake up and start scrolling Tumblr. Like, I actually really do like being on Tumblr, but I'm not much of a poster, which is like, I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it, it makes sense. I'm not much of a poster on anything besides like my Sims content. I don't like it makes sense, but I always like see people's screenshots and stuff that they post on the dash, and you know, it's making me jealous. Like like, why y'all post so cute? And so I think it's time I clean up my little blog a little bit and, you know, make it look a little presentable, like get a little picture on there or something. Next goal is I also want to get back to posting at least one build video a month on Patreon and YouTube, which is like shocking that I even have to make that a goal, because I remember earlier in the year when I was posting builds like back to back, like I used to be able to like crank out 3 builds a month, and I just don't know what happened to that. I don't know if like it was my schedule changing that made me too busy, or if I ran out of ideas, but we need to bring her back because I was on it. And then next, I want to get more use out of the Discord server. And I say that literally every year, but in my defense, I was actually way more active this year comparatively, okay, than in past years. But I said that I wanted to do all this fun stuff earlier in the year. Like, I was like, movie nights and game nights, and I think we had a single game night this year, which is really sad. And that one, I think I can truthfully say, is probably my schedule's fault that's been preventing it. I don't really have a lot of downtime. Like, most of what I call my free time is actually just time to record for YouTube or stream. And so it's hard to carve out time to be like, okay, you know, let's just chill and watch a movie, or let's spend a night playing games, you know? Like, I don't even watch movies in my own free time. I don't. And so I'm going to make more of an effort this year, okay, to at least do something like that again once a month. Like, I can I can sacrifice one night a month. I should be able to do that. And so, you know, join the Discord if you haven't already, so that you can help hold me accountable to that. And the last content related goal, and I don't want y'all to jump me when I say this, but I want to have at least one consistent LP on the channel. And y'all better not say anything, because I already know my reputation, okay? It's called a goal. Let me have goals, okay? But I've been following a lot of family gameplay posts on Twitter and Tumblr, and I really want that for myself. Like, I really do. Just a cute little legacy family that I can look back on and be like, oh my god, you know, look how far we've come. But out of everything that, you know, I've already talked about, I'm positive that that will be the hardest thing for me. I really struggle with like playing the game and consistently playing a family. And so moving on, we're actually going to get into some of my personal goals for 2025. I have a couple of like personal goals, you know, like stuff I want to accomplish in real life. It's not that many, but they're kind of big, or at least big for me. But the first one actually is still content related, which is I want to start creating content on a second personal channel, which I'll probably share here once it's like, you know, actually created and ready. I'll probably make like a community post or something, but it's been a goal for some time now. I remember when I had my old channel back before I got hacked, I was at like 8.9k, around the same milestone that I'm at right now. And I think I told myself that I would make the second channel once it hit 10k. I was like, okay, once you know that I'm not gonna, you know, abandon the gaming channel, and I'll like be able to like, you know, I'll know what I'm doing and stuff. I was like, okay, that's when we'll make the second channel. But then, you know, I got hacked and I never reached that milestone. But I just have so many more interests that I want to explore and make content on that don't fit in with the vibe of this channel. Don't get me wrong, I love Sims, love gaming, like that is a big part of my personality, but I have a big personality. I have a lot of interests, y'all. And so a second channel is just a really exciting concept for that, you know? I really want a space for particularly my writing interest. And so I also want to do like a proper TikTok page, and I just want like, I want to create like, I don't know how you say, I guess like just personals, like personal social medias, because most of my social medias right now are very Sims oriented or gaming oriented. And so I think a proper space where I can like share some of the stuff I'm writing and meet other people with the same interests and do like, you know, casual little writing sprints and writing lives like I sometimes do on Twitch. But it's like, I want a proper space for it, because I feel a little weird, you know, like doing it on my Twitch, because it's like, y'all didn't come here for that, y'all came here for Sims. Which doesn't bother me at all, you know, like I love that we all have that in common here, but now I want to like have something in common with, you know, with my other interests. But I also want to buy a car. That's the next goal. For those of you who don't know, I got my license this year, or at least I think it was this year, within the past 2 years for sure. But I was doing school full-time and had virtually no income at the time that I got my license. And so my situation is a little different now with me working, and a car is needed. A car is needed, and so I need to save, which is, oh, I'm terrible at saving money, y'all. I'm like real bad. But a car is needed. I don't have a dream car or anything like that. I just need something with 4 wheels that will get me to and fro, and I'll be satisfied. And lastly, for my personal goals, but it's definitely the biggest, well, it's up there with car. I don't know, I think car will be harder, but I want to get into law school, okay? After this spring, I'll officially be all done with my bachelor's degree, and I am trying to become an attorney, so the next step from there is applying to law schools so that I can hurry up and be done with school forever. Because I am tired. I'm tired of waking up and going to classes. But yeah, like I said, not too much on that, because it's very straightforward. It's going to, you know, take a lot. But not too many goals, but they're all attainable if I do what I need to do and give like each goal enough attention. And so that's pretty much it for my little yap session. If any of you guys want to share any of your upcoming goals for the new year with me in the comments down below, please feel free to do so. I know I sometimes get really overwhelmed with like the idea of replying to comments. I'm the same way with text. I'm just bad at responding to people. It takes a lot of energy out of me for some reason, but I do make an effort to read all my comments. So even if I don't respond or react in any type of way, you can assume that I read them, because I do really appreciate y'all taking like the time and effort out of y'all days to interact and share things with me. It's really hard for me to like reciprocate that, and I'm so sorry. But on that note, I am going to wrap up my talking. Before I go though, I do want to just make sure I wish all of you that celebrate a safe and happy holidays. For all of you who don't celebrate, I hope it is still safe and, you know, happy for you during this time, whether you're celebrating or not. Okay, for those of you who are spending time with family or friends or plan on having a quiet day season, I just hope that whatever you're doing during this time, I hope it's enjoyable, and I hope that this is a much needed break and peaceful time for you, okay? So make sure you leave a like and a comment on this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Bye guys!